morning. Of course, just as I went to hit live, the doorbell rang because of course it did. I'm just getting this sorted. Oh, it's suddenly gone dark. Ugh. I'm just getting this sorted. Morning, Susan. I'm chopping these down so they fit in my little drawer. Where's my Sharpie? Oh, I just use one of these. Okay. Right. That is my permanent one. I need that one out as well. Okay, so remember I said that if my monthly calendar things turned up in time, I would set up my Filofax today to try it out. So here we are. Yeah. Here we are. It's not much to do, but setting up Filofaxes never takes very long. You just open the rings and shove everything in. I don't know why people find it so time consuming, but anyway, let's do a quick. So last night, did I catch up on any of my planning and post stream stuff? No. Hi Sherry, coming in from Orlando, Florida. I know where Florida is. I know where Orlando is. That's Disney World, is it not? Or is it Disneyland? I don't know. I know DCA is the other side. I don't know. It's one of the Disneys, one of the homes of the Mickeys. Crocodile country, right? Gator country. So let's just do what we need to do this morning. I didn't get any of this done that I expected to get done last night because my brain was a bit fried by last night. So I just sat and fussy cut everything. I went through all of that journal stuff that I was talking about. And I fussy cut everything down. And this is what I'm left with. This is what I'm left with, guys. Well, oh, I tell a lie. I didn't fussy cut these down. These are handy to keep in the back just to stop everything else falling over. So I haven't cut these down because I've got quite a few other little... It's Disney World. Okay, did I get it right? I did, didn't I? I said Disney World. Hey! Yeah, I haven't cut these down for the little people because I've got quite a few of the little people in here already. So I left that one. But this is all my personal journal stuff now. Marvellous. Everything else, and I do mean everything else, except for my art journal bits, the little bits that I've got filed away in my little... I think it's a lunchbox. got smaller bits in here, in size things. Until I cut everything down, everything else is in my drawer. So that whole caddy, plus the whole extra 2 things I had, I've got it all down to this little thing for my personal journal. A few bits and pieces that are stuck in the journals, at the back of the journals where I want to use them, and then a drawer full of stuff. A lot of which is still in need of cutting down, so it can go in that little blue box, or it includes things like that scrapbook that I might use for Christmas, the calendar that I had that I want to reuse the images, but I haven't got around to it yet. All that sort of stuff. So I'm really happy with that. That has been an accomplishment to get rid of so much paper ephemera, because I keep a lot of crap. I do. Some of those bits of paper have moved with me 3 times, and the last time I moved was 9 years ago. So we were due for a clear out. So yeah, I spent my whole evening yesterday just watching TV and fussy cutting stuff. It was very nice. It was a nice break. Now I need to get on with this. So tonight, now, I'm going to sit and do the post-stream stuff. I did actually get some of them done. I did all the Patreon ones. I haven't done the YouTube ones. The YouTube ones are not quite so important. The Patreon ones are needed for reference and replays, but the YouTube ones, it's planner and journal. It's planner and journal, isn't it? It doesn't really matter whether it's more planner or more journal. It just, I want to go through and make sure that they all look different, but it's not an urgent job. It can wait a day. Okay, so that will be all stuff that I go through. So Patreon Astro, I did all the final PDFs. I did the download. I haven't added relevant pics because there aren't any. Don't need timestamps. Don't need to copy to Patreon. I do need to do the thumbnail, and I do need to update the title and description. So that's all I've got left on that one. This one, Twitch Live from yesterday. I set it all up, but I didn't do any of the post-stream stuff because yesterday was just going through all that journal fodder. Like yesterday morning on stream here, I went through the journal stuff that had already been organised. I'd already gone through it. I knew I wanted to keep it all. I just needed to split it out between where I wanted it. All the stuff I did yesterday on Twitch was a big caddy full of crap, basically, that I went through. It included all my art journal stuff and all that kind of thing. And I've got it down and cleared it out. And that was a good stream. But I don't know that I'll bother putting that one over on YouTube. Unless you want it. And if you want it on YouTube. I know there's some people who don't use Twitch or can't use Twitch. I'm happy to put things on YouTube if you think it'll be useful, but I don't know that 2 hours of me sorting paper is necessarily YouTube stuff. So let me know. Do you want yesterday's Twitch stream over here? If you do, I will bring it over. Today I've set up all of this. I've done the PDF. I don't need to post that. I don't need any relevant Oh, I do actually. I do need to do that. Timestamps, thumbnails, update description. Yes, that'll be... Well, we haven't got to that one yet, so... I've done that. I've done that. I'll do that later. So I've got 1, 2, 3... 4, 5, 6, 7 YouTube ones to catch up on. I'm not doing that one. Cool. Okay, so I don't remember where I got to with the last setup stream, so let me just recap what we're doing in the planner currently. I'm currently in a Hobonichi Avec A5. While I love the Hobonichi, the paper is delicious. It's all very fun. I love it. However, there's always a but, right? There's always a but. I am finding that I need to add things, and because I'm using my planner more like a planner instead of a journal, I used to just use the front of it for planning and then the rest of it was journaling. Well, now you can see I'm using the whole thing for planning, and the flipping backwards and forwards is driving me a little bit insane. Also, my bun is giving me FOMO because she has a happy planner, and she can move pages around in her happy planner and add things into it and add pages in and create pages of her own, and I can't do that, so I'm getting FOMO. So I'm trying out the possibility of going back to my Filofax. Now, I hate rings. Is what I always tell people. I hate rings. One of the reasons I always hate rings is because my rings, you know, all my big chunky rings used to get caught on it, and I had loads of bracelets and stuff and they all got caught on it. Well, I've pared down my jewellery. I hardly wear any jewellery at all now. So I think I might be able to use rings again without getting caught on everything. But also I can set it up so that I can just tear pages in and out of it rather than having to open the rings all the time, because that's the bit that annoys me, opening the rings all the time. Hello, Miss Maddie. How you doing? Belly rubs from Maddie. Maddie's here doing the belly rubs. Hello, Miss Maddie. How you doing, my love? You good? Oh, she's so good. Having her belly rubs. Such a good girl. We don't have Miss Maddie's picture on YouTube. Why don't we have Miss Maddie's picture on the YouTubes? We need to fix that. On Twitch, we have Miss Maddie's picture in the corner, so I can say this is Miss Maddie here, because she doesn't come up on camera. But we don't have her on YouTube. We need to fix that, don't we? I will fix that later, my love. I'm holding off on. I desperately need to reorganise all my OBS. It's a mess, but I'm holding off because if you look right here, you can see we are 47% funded on a Stream Deck, and once I've got the Stream Deck, I'll be able to set all this up a lot more easily, and I can do it all in one go. So I'm holding off until we get that, but we are currently £111. It says on Throne that the current price is 214. Actually, the current price is 189. So 190, we're at 111. We'll call it 110. We're 80 quid short. I can probably make up at least half of that. Plus, I've got some classes coming in the next few days. So hopefully, fingers crossed, I should be able to fund it early next week. Because I will be able to take that percentage of funding, I can convert it to money and withdraw it and purchase the item myself, and it will be 40 odd quid cheaper. So if you would like to contribute, you do not have to. You are under no obligation to. We stream for free here. Just being here is enough. But if you would like to contribute, throne.com/Romany. Even $1 helps. If all of my subscribers donated $1, I'd have $11,000. That's a lot of dollars. I could set up an entire studio. Yeah, every $1 helps. So if you want to, you can. If you don't want to, that's totally fine. I do have a class available over on Patreon, links in the description. We're going to be doing the Halloween Chronicles again this year. We're doing some more Poe related stuff. I'm hoping to finish my Poe sketchbook this year, which is enormous. It's been going on for 4 years, but I'm hoping to finish it this time. we also do fun stuff like, oh, I don't have my Poe t-shirt on. I've got my, I've got Crow, not Poe. Close, but no raven. Actually, there is a raven. There is a raven. He's there. The Poe t-shirt I was wearing yesterday on stream, with the crazy Poe and the cat. That was one of the things that I made from, I think, the year before's Halloween Chronicles, for Poe. So that was fun. We made a t-shirt. Anyway, yeah, if you're interested in that, you can check that out in the Patreon shop. You don't have to be a patron to purchase it. You just need access to Discord to be able to access the class. Do not purchase from Patreon anything through the iOS app. You will be charged extra, and something kind of shenanigans is going on with Patreon where I actually have a thing here. I can show you. If I haven't deleted it, I've still got it. Did I delete it? Let me check. It might be in the deleted pile because I haven't emptied that lately. Yeah, there you go. Look at this. This is what it says on the iOS for the iOS app. Pending earnings from iOS app purchases, earnings from products sold in the iOS app become available up to 75 days after purchase. Essentially, if you bought the class today, we would already have finished the class by the time I actually got the payment for it. That's crazy. So yeah, if you're on iOS, unless you have no other way of purchasing, which obviously some people only have that way of purchasing, but if you have access to a computer, purchase it on a computer, not through the iOS app. Same goes for signing up for Patreon. If you want to join us over there. We're doing tarot readings today for the September. Based on the astrology shenanigans that's going on. All links down below in the description, including my Instagram. Come and follow me on Instagram. That's where I post art and updates for my planners. Well, I'm trying to branch out into updating my... doing stuff for my planners and things as well, but I keep forgetting because it's been an art account since 2013. So bear with me while I transition. What I need to do, I think, is do 3 on my grid. So I do an art post, a planner post, and a journal post. I think that's maybe what I need to try and do. And just post like 3 times a week. I don't know. I like to post whenever I feel like it, so who knows? Who knows? But you also get notifications when I go live because I put it up in my stories on Instagram. So come and follow me over there at Romany. Right, Hobonichi planner. Here's where we're up to. This was me keeping a list of what I did for each thing, but I've stopped doing this. I don't ever come back to this page to do anything. So I'm going to use this page for something else. I stopped having contents pages because I stopped putting extra pages in like this because I stopped using it as a journal. You can see this is the kind of stuff I used to do in it. But then I'm planning now. I'm just planning in this. So that is not necessary anymore. Either I was doing all my setup and actual planning. Let me turn the brightness down just a tad because it's a little bit glary, isn't it? I turn the brightness down just a tiny bit. And so that, hopefully that's just a little bit better. You can see a bit better. It's not as much glare. It's really hard to get the white balance right. Natural light. Natural light. Everybody goes on about having natural light for filming. Natural light is terrible for filming because it's constantly changing. Anyway. Yeah, this is how I was doing it. And then what I did, I wanted to try this. Okay, so on a daily basis, I put in what I'm doing for the day. It's all colour-coded. Orange is Patreon, Blue is admin or setups. This is like working in the studio, but not actually sat at my desk working in the studio. Purple is Twitch. Pink is live stream on YouTube. Yellow is important stuff or things where I have to actually leave the house, or time sensitive stuff. Or stuff that I don't normally do. So things that I need to stand out. And then green is account stuff. So I time block what I do in advance. I guesstimate how long it's going to take. I put the actual figures in, and then I write in next to it what I've actually done. Now these are, I don't know if I've got any more that are, is this one? Yep, this one. I can show you, look. So these are printed out on my little thermal printer. Ta-da! I set them up on my phone in my notes app. Like this. So that's what they look like. I set them up using a dark background, and then I switch it to white so that I can screenshot it. And then I save them in my photos, and then I print them out through my printer app when I need them. And I print like obviously at the beginning of the week, I know I'm going to do 3 Patreons, 2 Twitch, and 3 YouTube. So that's what I print. I print multiples of the same thing. I don't print them one at a time. I print 3 YouTubes and I stick them in. I put them in with repositionable tape, and the other day I realised that that's really handy because I've got pre-stream set up and post-stream set up. The post-stream setup is where it's coming a little bit unstuck. That was the stuff I said earlier I need to do tonight to catch up. I've got 7 YouTube videos and 2 Twitch videos that I need to catch up on things with. Twitch is not so important, but YouTube is. But because these are set up, this is pre-set up, so that's all done. Because these are repositionable, I can take these out and recycle them. So now I've got space to write in here what we did, how I did it, etc., etc. So basically all the details of what we did. Because I already had that covered, I just wrote it in there. But I will write in details of what we did, what sketchbook it's in, etc., etc. So why do I write it all in there for what we've done for each stream? So that when I come back to my monthly for each stream, so again it's color coded, so those are my YouTube streams: Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. My orange ones are my Patreon. I've got written down what they are and what we did, but it's just a caption of what we did. So that one we were just looking at on the 21st, I believe it was. So on here, 21st, I've got daily P&J, and P is in brackets, which means it was mostly journaling. And then I've got sketchbook, Vault and Rats. Off the top of my head, I wouldn't necessarily know what that is, but if I go to the 21st, I can then come here and go, okay, so YouTube Live, Planner and Journal. It was mostly journal. No, it was mostly planner. No, it wasn't. I was right the first time. I've put Planner Day. I put Planner Day, but then I put short in brackets. Journal with Me, Studio Planner, Tarot and Astrology page from 0810. So this was 0810. This was a Patreon page that I did. A Patreon stream that I did, which was the readings for the full moon in Aquarius tarot stream. And then the following day on YouTube, I did a Journal with Me where I set up that page from there in my Tarot and Astrology. So if I find my Tarot and Astrology journal, which I actually don't know where it is, so I might not be able to. I'm moving everything around at a rate of knots, and everything is getting put on one side. And you know how that goes. Eventually you run out of one sides to put things on, don't you? Oh, here it is. Here it is. I've got it. So if I go to my tarot and astrology journal, in here I should have there's the journal page for what we did that I set up on stream. The only thing I didn't do is put the date on here. Oh, I have got the date there, 20th of the 8th. But I will put on here YouTube journal with me 21 of the 8th. Just so that I know that that's a YouTube video. So it's actually easy to track what I've got and what I haven't got. Reason being, so this one, Twitch, vultures and vermin. Down here I've just got sketchbook, vultures, and then in my scans list here for the 21st, yellow, vultures and rats. Okay, I haven't written it on there yet, exactly what I did, but I will. This is part of what I need to catch up with. This is the odd bits and pieces that I haven't got to, because I figured them out on stream and then I haven't gone back to do them. But if this is my yellow sketchbook, and if I come into my yellow sketchbook, somewhere in here, there will be, oh look, there's a big old rat. And oh look, there's a big old vulture. Right? I need to scan those. They're not finished yet though. So when they are finished, well, they are, but the page isn't finished. So when the page of my sketchbook is finished, mixed media sketching, and I did acrylic, markers, watercolour, pen, pencil, and I will put on here unfinished page. Why is that important? Because it's in my scan list. So in my scan list, because this is what my scan list used to look like. It's not good. My scan list now, I know exactly what week it is. I know exactly what sketchbook it is. I know what I'm looking for because I've got a vague note here, and I know exactly what that thing was. So when I come to do the scans, I can go down this list, right? Green sketchbook, yellow sketchbook, green sketchbook. The green sketchbook I can do on my small scanner. The yellow one I have to do on my big scanner because it's an A4 sketchbook. So yellow, that's got a star next to it. Why has it got a star next to it? Because it's not a finished page yet. Yeah, see? There's method in my madness, guys. There's method in my madness. This is a list of important stuff and just accounts things that I need to remember. Accounts submissions and things, and accounts updates and stuff. So this is just important notes. Like, for instance, that doctor's appointment there was to put in the form for my prescription thing, my prescription card. So, and then I made a note that that card arrived a couple of weeks later. And then down here I've got shop, just notes of odd things that I've got scans for that I could put into the shop. Now, because it's shop stuff, that's going to take a little bit more doing, and I'm not really concentrating on shop stuff specifically right now because I've got a mini class to set up for the Halloween Chronicles. But I do need to have a shop thing, and this is what I mean. Where do I put that shop information? Because ideally what I need is another page to put it all on. Where do I put that? Where do I put that? Because I'm already using this. Am I using it to its best advantage? Probably not. Could I scrunch things up and like use the bottom part of the page and things? Yes, I could, but why should I? Why can't I just add a page? And that, to quote Zach Bagans, that is why we're here. Here. With the Firefax. Now, it may be that this is temporary. It may be that after 3 days, I'm already like, the rings are killing me. That might happen. The rings might kill me after 3 days. I don't know. But we're going to give it a go. We're going to give it a try. If that works, what I may do is just deconstruct this and put the rest of the yearly pages that I need into here. Because these pages I don't need to be able to move about. I just need them on the rings. And while Hobonichi paper is not wonderful on rings, it'll be okay for my purposes, I think. I'm not averse to sticking a bit of sticky tape over the edge and repunching it, because I have a hole punch for my A5 Filofax, so that's okay. So let me show you what I got, because one of the reasons I don't like this is because I flip backwards and forwards between the month and the year and the week. I'm trying to do without the week. Now, Filofax does do an A5 week like this. It's almost exactly the same, except it's got Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, then it's got Friday, Saturday, Sunday and notes. But it's almost exactly the same. I can definitely use that if I feel I need it. It's about £9 an insert. I can get one of those if I feel I still need my weekly insert. But I think I can do without the weeks, because everything I've been putting into the weeks, I've now putting in here. So this weekly overview has now become this. Okay? Does that make sense? Anybody not sure what I'm talking about? I do tend to ramble. Okay. My God, it's gone so dark again. What the hell? So let me show you what I got to mitigate that flipping backwards and forwards, because that is what drives me freaking insane. We have here, and this was cheap. This is not a Filofax one. It's unbranded actually. It doesn't even say who it's by. It's just a A5 organizer refill. But it's nice heavyweight paper, which means it will be quite durable. Hear that? It's like half cardstock. That's quite durable. It's certainly as durable as the regular Filofax manila dividers, and they hold up fine. Hi, Miss Maddie. Hi. If I do find that they are getting ripped over time, I can always add some washi tape and repunch them. I'm not averse to that. Hi, baby. You want one of your fruities, don't you? You are so cheeky. You're so cheeky, you want a fruity. Banana fruitables. Something else that is on throne. Because I don't need you to send me things. I need help funding stuff, and I appreciate super chats and subscriptions and subscribers and everything else. Of course, that's what we're here for. This is my job. But I don't need you to send me stuff. I'm trying to clear out stuff. But Maddie does love her treats. Look at her. Look at the little minx. Here she is. Going for the treats. Here we go. There you go, my love. So, yeah, you can send Maddie treats. She's got enough treats at the moment. I need to put some smaller one-off treats rather than bags of treats. She's got bags of treats. I need to put on maybe some one-off chews and things like that she can play with. Hi, baby. You're such a good girl. Yes. You're done now. Right, so back to this. This, it sounds expensive at £10, but it was half the price of the Filofax one, and this is not just 2025 or whatever. This is 2024, July 2024 to December 2025. So this is 18 months, basically starting 2 months ago, right the way through to the end of next year. So if this works, I'm set up already. I don't need anything else for this. The daily pages, like I say, up to the end of this year, I've got my Hobonichi anyway. For next year, I've actually found a pop run planner, POPRUN, that is, it's got an bullet journal style page with 1 to 31 for the month. And then it's also got daily pages, exactly like the Hobonichi. Except they're not grid. They're just lines. But that doesn't bother me. I don't need that. But it's got the times and everything. It's got the breakups and everything. That would cost me £15. Which is a hell of a lot cheaper than the 60 quid of Hobonichi would cost me. Right? So I'm trying to cut costs here and get my planning organised, but not quite so expensive, because I love the Hobonichi, but prices are going up. Everybody's feeling the pinch, and I'm no different. So I need to cut costs, because it's either cut costs or put prices up, and I don't like putting prices up. So here we are. These monthlies, what I like about these is that this is July. One, they've got tabs. I need my monthly tabs. I added monthly tabs to my... I added DIY monthly tabs to my Hobonichi because I needed them. I couldn't find the days. These have proper monthly tabs. On the front, so each month is a set of 4 pages. Not just 2 pages back to back and then you're into August. This is July. Just July. I got to do in July. I've got the week on 2 pages, Monday start, and look at all this room. It's roomy. It's big. It's as big as the Hobonichi. It's lined as well, which is handy. A lot of monthlies are not lined. It's got a notes section. It's got the before and after calendars. It's pretty much perfect as far as monthly layouts go for me. And then on the back, it has July review. Right? So you can either take your to-do lists and move them forward, so things that you need to do or change or continue or whatever. Or you could do this, which is what I'm probably going to do. To do in July, I'm going to have goals for each thing, because I'm incrementally changing basically the whole way my business works. Starting with this month, getting a whole bus loads of streams going. I'm going to have to put my light on. Can you believe it's the middle of the day and I'm putting my fucking overhead light on? Look how dark. Flipping heck. Oh, and I need to adjust my brightness again as well to account for the light. There we go, that's a bit better. Yeah, there we go. So we're going to get some shadows, but I can't do anything about that. It's lights or darkness. pick your poison. Yeah. You could use this as goals and then reviews. That's what I want to use it for, I think. But the fact that it's got this monthly in the middle, which means that after each month you can put all your dailies. And then you've got the next month and you've got a tab so you can find where it is and it's all together. And seriously, I mean, come on. And it goes right the way up to the end of December next year. Do I need to put all of these in here now? No. I'm going to put in up to the end of the year. So that's December. It doesn't have a yearly thing, but again, Filofax does a yearly thing. I don't need it to have it in this. So I can put my 2025 one away. I don't need to hang on to that. And I will put that, I've got a little A5 box that I can put all my Filofax stuff in. So it's on my shelf behind me. And if I don't need this or I don't use it, then I can pass it on to someone who will use it. So I've got a whole year here of A5 Filofax. If I decide by the end of the year that this is not going to work for me, or next week, I've still got a whole year's worth of stuff that I can potentially pass on to somebody else. It's not a waste. I like to justify things. So, now the only thing that's bothering me at the moment is that Filofaxes are so much chunkier than Hobonichi. I mean, just the size of it on there because of the rings and everything else. And this is a big ring one. This is a 30mm ring. I might not need a 30mm ring. 30mm ring. I can probably get away with a 20mm or a 25. I may look for a smaller binder. But when I say I might look like for a smaller binder, I'm talking, I've been looking at ones on Amazon that you can buy 3 for £9. They're clear ones and you can just chuck everything in and archive it and whatever. This will do for now though. So this is an A5 Kensington if anybody is interested. It's an old style, an original style. This was my dad's when he was working. So my dad's been retired for 10 years. So this has seen some action over the years, I'm sure. In fact, I think I bought this for him. I think I bought this for him one Christmas, and he used it ever since. And then when he stopped working, he gave it to me. So it's got a big pocket. It's got credit card pockets. It's got a slip pocket there. It's got another slip pocket there, and it's got the wonderful zipper pocket. Unfortunately, it's not gusseted, so it's a bit tricky to get things in and out of. But this was one of the things that used to annoy me. You see, you go in here, you do that, you get your rings stuck. Or more likely, because I'm left-handed, I would go like that, and then my bracelets would get stuck on here, and then I'd be like, trying to get it off, right? I don't need to worry about that now because I don't wear so many bracelets anymore, and they don't have jangly charms on and things. I haven't set anything up in here other than it's got some paper in it. I do have one of these, which I think is just an A4 piece of acetate that I cut down to size, and you won't be able to see it probably, but I cut the rings so I can whip it in and out, so I can use it as a day bookmark. You know what I mean? Dashboard. That's the word. That's the word. But because these have tabs, that's going to be useful as well. But then in between this, I'm going to have the days, and this will probably be my today marker. So I've also got some blank sheets of paper just for random note things, and I've got some print lined paper, and then I've got a scribble pad at the back. So 2013, 2012. I think this is just A5 paper that I punched myself. So these will go in here like that. Now, what am I going to do about my dailies for now? For right now, what I plan to do is grab some of this at the back here. Actually, let's just grab all of that. Probably going to need most of it. Do I enjoy labelling things by hand? Absolutely flipping not. But I also don't want to cut my Hobonichi up until I'm sure this is going to work. So we're heading into September. So that will be September, and then this will be, let's keep a couple separate that we'll put into August. Because, I mean, we've only got 2 days of August left, but it's still 2 days of August. I'm already in September, so. Okay. And then this one, I'll just pop those in there. Like that. So none of this needs to move. None of this needs to move at all. But, well, actually my day-to-day one will need to move. But there it is. Take it out. It's just like the Happy Planner system. I just cut it. So this will go to, oh, look at that. It's not quite the same size. The A5 paper is just very slightly bigger. Interesting. If I use my Hobonichi, it won't be, because Hobonichi is true A5, but in order to cut it down, I'll have to slice some of the bit off the end. So That won't be a problem if I do that. But this will just go in and out wherever I need it on the day. Now, if I need to add in a page, let's say I want to do my shop stuff, and I think, oh, you know what? Oh, this is pre-punched. I don't even have to punch this one. It's already got holes in it. You know what? I could use this for my shop updates for now. Okay. I gotta open my rings and find somewhere to put it, and then if I want to move it, I've got to put it again. No. Let's not do that. For temporary lists and things, this works. And if you don't want to do that, you can just put washi tape on it before you punch it. Or sellotape or something before you punch it. And then it will be more sturdy. I know, I'm good. I'm good. And then, oh no, I want to move this because I want to move this to. I'm not working on my shop until October, November. So let's move that forward to there. And of course, I would put a little thingy on it to notate it as a shop. So like I do here. I put these little things on the bottom so that I can flip to what I need. So I would just stick one of those on the bottom so I could access it no matter where it was. Because I don't want to put extra tabs on the side because then it'll cover up the tabs for the year, won't it? We don't want to do that. So that is what I'm planning with this. Is to set up, I mean obviously I don't need July. But I've already got August set up and done in my Hobonichi. Maybe I do a couple of trial runs for the next couple of days. Just to see how it works. See if it works. Set up September in here. And see how that works. And if I feel like it's going to work, then I will take my Hobonichi apart and put it in here. Currently I'm feeling like it's going to work. Which is bonkers because I don't normally like stuff like this at all, but I don't normally plan like that. So I've completely revamped my planning. I've completely revamped my business. Maybe I need to completely revamp how I do my planning as well. We'll try it and see. I really do want to be able to put things in. But the other option is that if I decide that this is not going to work, is I can use this for things like shop updates and stuff like that. And, you know, just make use of this for the shop, for launch dates and when I've added things and what I've added and stuff like that. There's no reason I can't do that. So one way or another, this is going to work for something. I just haven't figured out what yet. You have the same debate with rings, like you can move around, but you hate the rings. I don't mind the rings, and I don't understand why people who are left-handed have issues with rings. Because if you're right-handed, right, you have to write on that page. You still have issues with the rings, right? So why do left-handers get so hung up about, oh, but I'm going to have problems with the rings. I can't write on the side. But we have the same problem. You're not unique there. And I say that as a mostly left-hander. I was brought up in the 70s, so I was forced to write with my right hand. So I draw and I write with my right hand, but I can draw and write with my left hand, and I use my left hand for everything else. And I do things left-handed. So, you know. But if you're writing left-handed, either you're writing left-handed like that, and then you've got the same problem here, or you're writing crook-handed, in which case you don't have that problem at all. So, I don't really get it. But then I also mostly write like that. I write upwards. I noticed Little Raven Ink does the same thing. She's a lefty, but she writes upwards like that. I write upwards like that. So, I mean, who knows? But, yeah. The size of these rings are annoying. because they're huge. I don't need 30mm rings. I never stuff my file. If my Filofax is heavier than me, I'm not going to be carrying it around. I'm not going to be using it because it's too big. It's too chunky. I do not want. Regular size rings are absolutely fine for me. So I may pick up a smaller one and use this one for storage and archive, because that's the big problem with rings for me. I don't have any way to archive stuff. But I have looked on Amazon already, and there's quite a few just basic cheap I don't know why I'm drawn to this one. It's crazy design. But this is only £18, and it comes with a whole load of dividers. It comes with pockets. It's got some spare paper. It's got a plastic ruler, a heavy duty ruler. Instead of this stuff, it's actually a solid ruler. And it's kind of a nice design. I don't know why I'm drawn to that design, but I don't know. There's something about that design. I really like it. It kept catching my eye, so I came back to it. That one's £18, but there are others that I've pulled out that are cheaper. That one is £6.99. It's a clear one with sparkly bits. It's clear with sparkly bits. See, inside it's got like a pocket thing with sparkles. £6.99. You can get clear ones with nothing on them. You get 3 for £9, which would be great for archiving. There's also that one, which I really like. But again, it's a chunkier one. It's more like the Saffianos, where the actual planner itself is thick and chunky and padded, but the rings are not very big. It's nice, and it's got smaller rings. But the actual thickness of the cover might put me off. I don't know. That's a tenner. So all of this, including any inserts I need, including everything else, all I would need is, it would cost me maybe £40 to set it all up. For the Hobonichi on its own, just the book, is £60 at least. I mean, they haven't launched this year's yet. I don't know how much it's going to be. It was £60 last year. It's probably gone up this year. This is the pop run I've been looking at, and you can see it's got daily pages, lined, not grid, but that's okay for me. It's got little perforations so you can find the daily page, which I really like that. And then the month, oops. Oh, why is it doing that? The month is set up like a bullet journal page. So it's a vertical list, which I actually think in conjunction with this, I probably could make use of. That might be useful for scans and stuff. And then it's got other useful bits like a year plan and some dot note pages and some contact pages and stuff like that. I don't tend to use those, but that's only £15. And again, that's a complete journal. So all you got to do is take the cover off, hold it steady on the thing and chop the binding off and hole punch it. I don't mind doing that. That's a Sunday afternoon job. Or you can just get something that's already set up with all this, like this, and some daily pages, and you can just throw it all in a binder that's £8. Right? Use a Franklin Covey. Now you're an I hate rings person, but you do like the happy planners. I had a happy planner. I had the personal, and I had the B6, the B5 and the B6. I liked using it. I liked the quality of it. The fact that all the pages were cardstock was great. I liked that they had different layouts and different options, and it was very free. You could do pretty much whatever you needed. I loved being able to move the pages about, but the minute I needed to archive anything, no. it just ended up as a big pile of paper that ended shoved in a drawer, that ended going down underneath things, that ended up in a crumpled mess, and eventually I cleared the drawer out and went, what the hell is all this? And it was the remains of my happy planner. I can't be doing with that. It's got to be archival. If archival means having a spare binder, and getting myself a smaller binder that I can use on a daily basis, and then having the archive in a big binder, then that is what I will do. I'm okay with that. I don't have a problem spending a couple of quid on a smaller binder so that I can have this as an archival. Because I'll be happier with a smaller binder anyway on my desk. I'm comfortable with the size of the Hobonichi. So this is too big. This feels too much like I'm trying to be an executive, and I'm not. I'm just planning my streaming, and my shop, and my Patreon, and doing my stuff, and doing my thing. So, yep. Of course, we need to jazz it up a bit. I do have some steampunk ones, dividers and stuff that are all set up, but they've all. I would rather use those in my witchy file of facts, which is basically just stuff that's too big to fit into my book of shadows, or it's like magazine stuff that I have hole punched and shoved in there in order to come back to it and research on it later. But I would like to do some basic dividers. Just so that I can. My year is split up into quarters, and it would be really useful to have a few dividers like that. It would also be useful to have a divider for the Halloween Chronicles and the Christmas Chronicles, and it would also be useful to just have a pocket that I can shove stuff in, because I don't like putting things in the pockets in here. They get ratty and all sorts, and I don't like it. I'd rather have something like this, which is a divider with a pocket on the back. And it's nice and easy to make. You make it out of a piece of... let me turn it that way. that the camera does not like dog tooth. They're super easy to make. You can see they're very old. They're breaking a bit. You just make them out of a 12 by 12 piece of cardstock, like that. You just cut it out and stick it, and that's it. Hole punch it and you're done. So that would be really useful, because these you can actually put, they're slightly wider, so you can put a whole piece of A5 in it. Where did that go, and what was it? Something fell on the floor and I don't know what it was. Oh, it's okay, it's just that. That's got to go in the bin anyway, so I'll pick that up when I get up. So I might get as far as doing that. I also found this puppy. Look how pretty this is. This is just I made a book board. I looked at the price of book boards and I went, I'm not paying that. So instead, I took a cool piece of card with holographic designs all over it. See, it's really cool. I stuck a little Raven ink sticker on it, and then I put on some cold laminate film. Cold laminate film is pre-sticky stuff, and it laminates itself, basically. But I thought this might be kind of cute to have in the front, because I always need a place to put my like sticky notes and things like that. I always need a front thing, so hopefully I can hole punch it with this. I don't know if I'm going to be able to, but we'll give it a go. Worst that can happen is it doesn't work, right? Where's the A5 bit? There we go. Okay, let's see. That sounds like it worked. Yep. This is the multi-punch. It's actually a Rapesco one. Because the Filofax ones don't work as well. The A5, you have to keep turning it around. There's also the Timer 21 size. It's got the personal size, so you set it up there and it hole punches both rings. But then it's also got inside Mini and Pocket where you have the things here. So Pocket, you set that one to there. And that one to there. If you want the Agenda A6, you set that one to there and that one to there. If you want the Slimline Planner, you set that one to there and that one to there. If you want the Covey Compact, you set that one to there and that one to there. So, you know, you can play with it and do all sorts of things with it, and it fits everything. Hopefully I've done it on the right settings and this one I work. Now this is a front page, so I don't need to cut this one. It's just going to live at the front of my planner. No, I've done it very slightly off. I didn't quite pull this out far enough, I think. So let's just I'm just going to double punch them. It doesn't matter. There we go. That's not going to bother me. So there we go. That's cute. I can use that, and then I can put my... How do I feel about Traveller's Notebook? I've been using Traveller's Notebook for years. I was the person... You remember back in the day when Steve and Ray from Filofaxy set up or made what they called a Folafax. I had just got into the Midoris and I made a Fodori. Video is still up on my channel. It's the very first one. You search the term Fodori. My video is the oldest one. Where I made a Fodori out of basically the bottom of a handbag. Where I cut out the sides and the thing and used this bit of the handbag to make a leather traveller's notebook, a Fodori. Because at the time you could only get them in the standard size. You couldn't get bigger ones. But then a friend of mine made a proper one, and I've been using that, a Ravenclaw one. I've been using that ever since. I put moleskin cahiers in them. Maddie! Oi! What are you doing? I put moleskin cahiers in them. And I have it specifically the moleskin cahier size. I have a Midori. I find the width a little bit restrictive. I don't like the 4 inches. I like the feel of them for carrying them around. And I like them as a travel journal. I think they're great as a travel journal. But I don't like them as a regular journal. I prefer the moleskin size. So, I'm a huge fan of Traveller's Notebooks. I was in Traveller's Notebooks for years. If you look through my planning playlists, you'll find I used Midori's really early on. I had the first year of the English... What is she doing? I had the first year of the English version of the Hobonichi Teicho when it came out in the A6. I also had the first year of the Cousin when it came out in English. I had the first year of the Avec when it came out. I've had basically everything that came out. I tried it because that's what I was doing. I was a YouTuber who was doing planner videos, and art and journaling, but mostly I did planning. Because I was very much back then, and we're talking like 2012, 2013, 2014, 2015. That was back when there were a lot of people getting into planning who had never done any planning. The planning community is completely different now than it was then. Now, there's so much digital planning now as well. But there's also... You know, a lot of people have gone back to Filofax. A lot of people have swapped to Traveller's Notebooks or make their own Traveller's Notebooks and all sorts of things. You know, there's a massive amount of DIY and creativity in the planning community. But back in the early 2010s, there really wasn't that much diversity. There was either people who planned, and by planned, I mean they had like 47 folders, a la the getting things done thing. You know, they were productivity people. Or there were planners who basically just stuck stickers in their books, and that was it. That was all they did. And one of the reasons we started One Book July back in 2013 was to fill that gap and say, look, you can take some of the productivity, you can take some of the pretty planning, and you can mesh it together and come up with your own system. And that, thankfully, that is what people are doing now. People are creating their own systems, they're making their own inserts, they're doing their own thing, and I freaking love it. Absolutely freaking love it. But I've done stuff on bullet journaling. I mean, basically, if it's a planner system, I've tried it. Except for the getting things done. I refuse to set up 47 different folders I'd spend my entire time filing. I'm not here to file. What I'm going to do at some point, and this is a long-term goal, is to go through my YouTube channel and break down my planner videos and my journaling videos into categories. Because there are a lot of terms and things that are common now. Like commonplace books and reading journals and all that kind of stuff are the bee's knees right now. I've done loads of books on that kind of stuff, but I never labelled them as reading journals or commonplace journals or anything like that. So they're not coming up in the algorithm. But the information is still there. So I need to go back and tag things and reorganise things and set up new playlists and all that kind of thing. Excuse me. So at some point I'm going to do that. You're thinking of doing the trick of moving pages instead of opening the spiral because it ruins it. But what if it's falling out? No, you don't tend to get things falling out because you've got this holding it in. That's the point. That's the whole thing. Unless you physically drop it on the floor and it all springs open and everything goes flying. Which, I mean, how often is that likely to happen? Even I don't do that very often. But I mean, it just doesn't. It just doesn't. I mean, that's the one with the holes in it. And I'm not being gentle with it. Oh, you do it that hard, it'll come out. But they don't just fall out. Because you're not causing a gap that's big enough. You're not taking... There's the hole, right? And all you're doing is splitting that bit. You're not taking away any of the paper, so it doesn't pull out of the rings easily. It doesn't fall out of the rings easily. This holds it in. Obviously, if it's something... I mean, if this was a piece of paper that was going to be in and out and in and out and in and out all the time, I would just reinforce this. I would just put sellotape on the back or maybe a bit of washi tape or whatever and then hole punch it and then put it back in so that it was a bit more durable. That's all. That's all it requires. This one for the shop might actually need that, but it doesn't at the moment. Hey, Maria. If using the spiral journal you got from Amazon because you like the paper, there's dates and sections with tabs and a place for receipts. Yeah. Spiral journals are a bit trickier. And somebody mentioned... Oh, it might have been Maria, actually. Somebody suggested the Filofax notebook. No. They don't make a hole punch for that. There isn't a hole punch for that. And if there's no hole punch for that, I'm not buying it, because I'm not buying paper that you have to buy their brand of paper in order for it to fit the notebook. No. That's why I went for the A5 instead of the personal. Personal, you have to buy the paper. A5, you can take any sheet of A4 paper, fold it in half, hole punch it, stick it in the binder, and you're done. I'm not in for you must use our system. There's a word for it, isn't there? I keep thinking bespoke, but that's not the word. That's what I'm doing, is making a bespoke planner. Predatory, that's not the word. Proprietary, that's the word. I'm not buying proprietary paper where it's you have to buy their brand of paper or it won't fit. Nah, we don't do that. Okay, I've got a whole other bit of stuff here. We're not doing much setup, are we? But I've got a whole load of other stuff here that may need to go in here. I'm trying to decide. I think I want everything. I think I want my planning at the front and anything else needs to go at the back. So I've got some bits and pieces that are, this is actually my insert for the pockets that I showed you earlier. So that is kind of a project type page. And this is why I thought I might need some extra dividers. I don't know if I want to put any of my astrology stuff in it yet. We'll wait on that. These, I was going to put them in my studio journal, but they're so pretty. I thought I might be able to use these as dividers or front pages or something. They're just so pretty. And they're kind of seasonal almost. If that was winter. No, that would be winter. That would be summer. That would be spring, and that would be autumn. I mean, they're pretty, right? And that would be my 4 quarters. They're really pretty. I could do that. They just need trimming up and putting on some cardstock. And then I'll put some sticky back paper on them so that they're a bit more durable. But this is project stuff. This is monthly things. Actually, I think I'll probably use those in my... I'm more likely to use these in my journal. Moon stuff might go in here. That's useful. That's a fancy front page. I don't need that in here. So that's potentially useful. That's more journal stuff. These are notes on quadruplicities. So this is, I think these probably need to go into my words. Words are hard, guys. Words are hard. I think they need to go into my, there we go, Book of Shadows, actually, because that's just general notes. I don't need those. They're not planning stuff. Some things are planning stuff, like moon things, the calendar that I do for my patrons, where it's got all the correspondences and all that kind of stuff on, etc., etc. That would go in here. These might go in here because they're references for the correspondences for the month and the moon phases. Not that I need the moon phases. I mean, do I need the moon phases? Well, yeah, I quite like that, actually. It's quite nice. It's got all the different things for the quarter moons and stuff, which I don't normally bother with, but it's quite nice to know when they are. So yeah, I might have a little mini astrology section. I've got stickers and stuff. I need to go through that. This is some more. We've got some notes and things. Hang on, that goes with that. Okay, so what's this? March. Oh, this is astrological references. This is the quick guide stuff, which is always handy to have, even though I know it off by heart. It's always handy to just have it, because I don't know about you, but the older I get, the more brain farts I have, where I'm like, somebody says, what's your middle name? And I'm like, I think it starts with an E. Am I the only one? Do other people have that where it's just like the most basic information, and you're just like, I don't know. I've never heard of a middle name. What's the middle name? Words are super hard this morning. Words are always hard. Words are hard. Words are hard. Yeah. The older I get, the more brain farts I have. So it's useful to have little bits and pieces that are just reference stuff. Like things like this. When I'm thinking cardinal fixed immutable, I know all the signs. I know which ones are cardinal fixed immutable. I know what they mean. Do I remember what that section is called? Do I remember that they're called modes? No. So just having that it would be useful, I think. You've got the planets and the houses and the... that goes with that. There we go. That goes with that. And then we've got the planets. We've got the... I don't need the moon signs and elements. Oh. Do I? I don't think so. But that goes with that. Oh, they're numbered. The pages are numbered, guys. See? Brain fart. Brain fart, brain fart. Let's have a brain fart. 13, 3. 14, 17, 18, 15. There. This came out the front of a Magic of Eye planner. Do not like. It's an alright planner, but they do the moon signs wrong. Universally, and I do mean universally, a full moon is a circle, and a dark moon or new moon is a filled in circle, right? Not in the Magic Eye planner. Nope, they do it completely the opposite way around. It drove me nuts. It drove me so nuts I ended up going through the entire planner with a pen and changing them all. Look, see? Can you see, like on the full moon, where I whited it out with a gold pen and changed it, and then the new moon I had to go and fill it in because they had it the wrong way around, and it was like, if something is universal, like the entire world does it that way, you don't just suddenly change it. And when I pointed out that they had done it and said, what's this? They said, oh, well, we decided this was a better system. And I'm like, the entire world has been doing full moon and dark moon like that since planners were invented and before. And you just woke up one day and decided you wanted to do it different. Okay. So, I've got playlists. I've got playlists, Chris. There's already playlists. I've got a load of playlists. I've got planner playlists. I've got journal playlists. I've got live stream playlists. I've got a single playlist that's got every single one of my videos in chronological order. I've got all sorts of playlists. I've got vlogs. I've got when I don't vlog. I'm better at this. Daily vlogs are not good for me. Daily streaming is much better. I've got loads of playlists. I just need to reorganise them because I haven't split them up into types. I think that would be better. I think it would be better having like Filofax planning, Traveller's Notebook planning, whatever. Or at least by type, Traveller's Notebook, Filofax, etc. Or cross-referenced. You don't need a playlist for everything because hashtags under the videos tell you. But I need to go through and do the hashtags. But I've got Plan With Me, Journal With Me, planner setups, all of it. It's all on my channel. It's all in playlists. Everything is organised. I'm religious about putting things in playlists. And if you're on a computer and you go to my channel page, you'll see I've got like the latest stuff. I've got the most popular videos, the latest live streams, the latest... I've got a section for One Book July. I might have taken One Book July down now. I've got vlogs, I think, up. I've got art streams. I've got Journal With Me. you know, it's all set up on my front page, and then they're all set up in my playlists as well. Because my personal playlists I keep private, except for my favourites. I've got a massive favourites playlist just of random videos that I really enjoy. But all my personal playlists I keep private, so all the playlists on my channel are my playlists of my videos, unless it states otherwise. So it's all already there. It just needs revamping. It's not that it needs reorganizing, but it's already organized. It just needs refreshing to this system. That's what I mean. Anyway, what page number is that? 18, 23, 24. And this one can go at the front. Okay, so those may well go into my planner. These are, I think these need to go Book of Shadows. Look, there's some notes from 2019 on redoing my Book of Shadows journal into a traveller's notebook. So yes, I've got traveller's notebook videos. Astrological houses. That is a tarot spread. Astro-based tarot spreads. Oh, that needs to go in my other journal. Okay. Yep. Tarot card of the year for 2023. Information on vertices and vertexes, meditations, book lists and tarot spreads. April 2022. Jupiter conjunct Neptune in Pisces. Oh, right. Okay. So that's all major astrological stuff, which explains why I kept it. I must have gone through one of my old cahiers and pulled out the pages that I'd wanted to keep and recycled the rest, which I quite often do with cahiers because the paper doesn't last very long because it's a bit naff. So this can all go into my Book of Shadows file of facts. This one is my pockets. Let's put that in at the back. So we'll have a section at the back for projects. I'm just trying to think, how am I going to do... The projects one is the one that's most likely to have... the projects one is the one that's most likely to have spare bits of paper that I need to put into here to hole punch. So... should I make a new one or should I just use this one for now? I mean, it's Halloween-y. It's kind of cool. I'll just use this one for now. It's got diary written on it, but it doesn't matter. That can come off anyway. It's just a divider for now, so that I have what I need. Permanent sticky. Bit of scrap paper. There we go. So that's for projects and stuff for now. And I do want my planner stuff at the front. But I'm also thinking that having my astrology stuff at the front might be useful as well. Or would I be better off putting it back here? No, it's reference. I'm not going to need to reference it that often. I can put it back here. Because I can always move these and put them behind there until I need them, can't I? This is the beauty of these kinds of things, you see. So I've got... Hang on. That's September. September's 30 days, isn't it? So I need 15 pages. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So that's the dates. And then I've got some Halloween Chronicles stuff that I need to do. But let's just take that out for now. See, these opening and shutting the rings is what does my head in. But that you're only doing this while you're setting up, so... Actually, let's not put them in the rings just yet. Well, let's make sure we don't need them for something else first. Okay, so... I could actually put... So that's... Then we've got October. But I could actually put October, November, December behind that because that's the next quarter. So I could move this forward and this forward. I could put my astrology stuff in here. And then that's spare paper. Hi, baby. I know. Hi, I hear you. And then that's next quarter. So let's see how that feels. Does that work? So I've got, here's today. This is this month and next month. Obviously that's not today because that's in next month, isn't it? Today would be back here somewhere. Today would be there. Okay. Today would be there. Today would be there. So we've got next month. I like the fact that I go straight to the month when I open these. Then we've got projects and notes. I could just have one section that's projects and references and stuff. And then we're on to the next quarter. That could work. That could work. That could work. That could work. Now I need to trim these up because they're a mess. Okay. Oh, I think I know what that is. Is it? Is this? Is this the thing that divides this in two? So that I can... Now I can have my brushes on one side and my tools on the other, and they won't keep sliding over like that. Ah, yes. Mama. Mamma mia. Here we go again. Look at that. Ah. Now I can put these in here. I didn't put these in here because they're too small and they kept disappearing to the bottom. And that can go in there. And that can go in there. And that can go in there. And that can go on that side. And that can go on that side. And now I can get rid of that because that has just got batteries in it. It was worth going through all that paper yesterday just to find that, honestly. Just to find that thing that divides this in two. It was worth it for that. Totally forgot an entire year of your age. Thought it was 32. 30 for 2 years. I can't remember how old I am. I guesstimate. Hey, Tyler. I guesstimate. Somewhere around 52, 53-ish. I guesstimate. Usually I just say I'm the same age as David Tennant because most people know who he is and how old he is. Or at least all the people I hang out with do. So it's just easier. I don't know. Don't ask me things like that. Should do playlist. Yeah, you said that. Love a planner I can rearrange, but the rings are weird. So I use discs. Yeah, the thing is, with the rings, you can just cut the paper, like I said. I don't think you were here for that, but you can just cut the paper. Like this. You can literally just, just cut the paper so that it goes in and out like that. It's exactly the same as the Happy Planner, except that it's in rings. But the paper you use matters. Like, I wouldn't do that with Hobonichi paper. Hobonichi paper is so thin. That would be a nightmare. Okay, let's... that is true to size A5. Let's use that just to... I just want to get rid of all the rough edges. It's not that much to get rid of, but it'll get caught on the rings. So, I'm just going to off-ski with those. Off-ski Tchaikovsky. No, I haven't got enough pressure to do it that side. This is where people start looking at me like, you're doing what now? Because, yeah, I wasn't joking when I said I do things with both hands. But sometimes I don't have enough strength in one hand, so I'll do it with the other. I might have to do these individually. Yeah, I'm not cutting properly at all. Oh, I wonder if my knife is a bit naff. This knife might be. My Midori video is the first one you could find when you bought yours back in 2014. Yes, I was one of the very first people to do a Midori video in English. And I made the very first faux dory video, and faux Benici, Miss Vicky B. Where she literally drew one out, a la the bullet journal, before the bullet journal became a thing, but using the same premise as a bullet journal to draw her own Hobonichi out. Okay, this is getting annoying. I think this has seen its last legs. I've probably got another one somewhere, but I can't be bothered to look for it, so I'm just going to use my scissors. It's so much easier to do things with a ruler and a craft knife until it isn't. Hi Nora, by the way. Sorry, I didn't say hello to you. Not seen you in a while. Hi, Miss Maddie. Miss Maddie's back. More belly rubs. Belly rubs for Maddie. Hi, baby. Good girl. Okay. So I've done that one. I've done that one. This one's only got a couple of little bits to trim off. I know, Baba. I know. I hear you. Hi. What's the matter? Do you need to go for a wee? What's up with you? I'm going to let you out for a wee. Hey? Do you have to go and pee? You do? Well, that's it then, guys. Maddie's spoken. Maddie needs to go for a wee. So, therefore, it's break time. Doesn't matter how far into a stream we are, or what time it is, or how long we've got left. If Maddie needs a wee, it's break time. Because she's 13 now. She's got to go. She's got to go. So, grab yourself a refill of your coffee or whatever you need, and I will be right back. Good girl. Settle down again now. And we're back. Maddie needs a pee, it's more a question, not a question of where, when, it's a question of where. Yes, exactly. She's 13 years old, she can't always hold it. If she needs to go, she needs to go now. And if you don't let her out now, I'm sorry, but you may find that you are mopping up pee off the floor. Because that's the way she rolls. She is house trained. She's always been beautifully house trained. She's always been very, very good. But she just can't hold it these days. It's not a possibility. It is not an option. I think that one didn't need trimming down, because this one has marks on it though. I know, love. I hear you. Hi. I know. It's a terrible life you've got, I know. Yeah, it's an awful life. It's an awful life, I know. The worst life in the world, I know. You're so hard done by. I know what you want. I know what you want, yeah. More fruitables. These are her favourites. She only gets these occasionally. Because these are her will work for food treats. Sit down then. Such a good girl. Such a good girl. Yes, you are. Okay, so let's put these back in order. 17, 15, 16, 15, 13, 12, 3, 23. I don't know that I actually need that one. Moon phases and women's cycles. I don't think I need that one. I don't think I need that. So this is all useful stuff. Not sure we pull the thingy out far enough this time. Okay, get this sorted out first, then get the papers where you need them. Will we go through that many? Yes, of course it will. Hopefully I've pulled it out far enough this time and I won't have to double punch it. Oh, oh, we're stuck. We're stuck. There we go. So this is just reference. So this doesn't, I don't think this needs to be... Maddie. I can see what I'm going to end up doing is just chopping all of this so I don't have to keep opening the rings. I'm already getting annoyed with having to open the rings all the time. And thinking it's just so much easier when I can just do that and put it where I want it. I can see me doing that. But for these monthly ones that are going to have to last a while, it's worth putting some tape on them first. Which, I mean, it's easy to do. Sometimes people don't know it's so easy to do. I don't know. Is this useful? Let's do the July one, shall we? Just in case I decide I don't want to do this. Okay, so what we need, it's actually easier if you've got, believe it or not, a single hole punch, which I happen to have in here. I even know where it is because I cleaned out my drawer last week. And because I cleared out my drawer last week, I know where all my hole punches are. It's actually easier to do it this way. So we want sellotape or something. You can go with washi tape or whatever you want to use. I'm quite happy to just use Scotch tape. Is that wide enough? Just about. It's just about wide enough. It doesn't have, because you're not reinforcing the holes. That's when most people would think, oh, I've got to cover the holes on both sides. You're not reinforcing the holes. What you're reinforcing is the spine at the back so that you can take it in and out easily. So we're just going to get enough. Oh, I pulled it out too far. So now I've got too much. There we go. We don't actually need to cover all the holes. We're just going to put half the tape. Let's do it. Well, let's do it fully on one side and half on the other. There we go. So half on one side. Managed to mess that up, didn't I? Hi, Miss Maddie. I know, you're back again. You're a cheeky girl. You are so cheeky. You are cheeky. You are cheeky. You're the cheekiest girl I know. I know, you're singing too, I know. Let's try that one again without the oops. The way to do it is to start in the middle and bend outwards. Like that. Except that side did it as well. That's weird. Oh well. I don't care. It's the July one. It doesn't matter. What you then need is a bone folder. But of course I don't know where my bone folder is. Because why would I? Because with tape, not washi tape obviously, but with tape like this, you don't want it to get air underneath it. Same with glue tack. Pritt stick, roller glue, anything like that. You want to burnish it down if you want it to stay stuck, because otherwise it will just lift over time because the air will cause it to lift. So we're going to, oops, a bit out of practice at this. See, it's much easier when you've got a single hole punch because you don't have to line up 3 holes at once. And I can see the spike. Will this take an age? Yeah. Is it worth it? Yeah. Because it means it'll last for the full 18 months that I need it to. But also means I can, let's do it that way because I've got lines to follow. The trick with this bit is to make sure that your lines are perpendicular. You don't want to be accidentally cutting at a slant like that because that will cause problems. There we go. Now that goes in and out like that. It's not going to fall out. Unless you're rough with it, it's not going to fall out. It's exactly like having a happy planner. Don't know why that did that. Maybe the paper's not cut true. That's a possibility. Doesn't matter. But that can now slide in and out without any trouble. If you do this with washi tape, it's easier to tape one side and punch, then tape the other side and punch again so you can see where the holes should be. Yes. Correct. Correct, which is why I like clear tape. Clear tape is so much easier. Clear tape, you just stick it down one side, fold it over, stick it down the other, and you can see where the holes are. But also, if you're using one of these, you need to do that. But if you're doing it with one of these, then where the holes are, you can do it by feel. So you just kind of half close it and you slide it around, and it just drops into the hole where the tape is, and you can see where it is, but you can also see where it is. So it's really easy. Another way of doing it is use light coloured washi tape and hold it up to the light, and you can see the light through the washi tape. That also works. But yeah, I can see me using this if I can do that with it. I can definitely see me doing that. But I don't know if I need to do it for my months just yet. But this is really stiff. This is going to be my archive binder. I'm going to pick up another one with smaller rings that's a cheapo one that's a bit more colourful and bright for my desk, and a bit more of a reasonable size because this is a chunky beast. And then I will see if I want to do this, because with smaller rings or rings that you can literally, I mean, you can't do it with these. You can't do it with those. You have to use these. But with little rings that you can just pull apart, that's much easier. The reason Ro can see the spike of the hole punch is because she's holding it upside down. Yes. Oh, no, I'm not. I'm not holding the hole punch upside down. That's the way the hole punch is supposed to be used, I think. Or is it? Are you supposed to use it that way? But that's the tray where the bits go. That would be at the bottom. Otherwise, if you had it that way, the bits would get stuck in the hole, and then you wouldn't be able to punch because they'd get stuck and you'd be constantly emptying this. So you're wrong. Nah. Why not? I know, Tyler, it's all right. It's that way round. That's why I can see this punch, is because it's supposed to be that way round. And the paper goes underneath. If you held it the other way round, see, you have to hold it that way round. If you held it the other way round, you'd be like, oh, mine is the right way up. Mine is right. Okay, I might have to do the same with these. Oh, not that one. Don't need that one. Where's my July one? My other July one, which I don't actually need the July one, so I'm just going to snip it. I'm not even going to bother taping it. It ain't necessary. If you used really thin washi tape and you're very good at lining things up, you could actually do it so that it hits the edge of the hole and then wrap it round and hits the edge of the hole on the other side, and you wouldn't have to re-hole it. Is this going to be another UK versus US difference? What the hole punch is? No, because we're both UK. Me and Tyler are both UK. That doesn't necessarily mean our hole punch is a UK. But I'm fairly certain I picked this up in Staples. So I'm guessing this is probably UK staple. UK hole punch made in China. Yeah, Tyler's a UK kid. Okay, where are those? Have I already hole punched them? Is that why I can't find? I can't find them because I've already hole punched them. That's why we can't find them, because we've already put them in here. This is the one we haven't done yet. And we can just about fit that one in the middle. But it's going to be a little bit trickier. because... Oh, I know. I know. We'll grab a bit of that. We'll position that so it's in the middle. We'll use a bit of repositionable tape to just... Ooh. That always catches me out. I expect the lid to flip up and it flips down. Use a bit of repositionable glue on an A5 piece of paper. Now we've got... It's... Now we can line it up with the holes. There we go. Ta-da! Clever, huh? I know. So this is going... What's Nelly barking at? Yeah, the holes are doing my head in. I need another binder. I have to get another binder. It has to happen. I cannot be dealing with this. I'll just chuck that in the back of this for now. I can't be dealing with this pressure on my fingers all the time, trying to open and close this. So, yeah, I'm going to get a smaller binder. Because this is now... I mean, I haven't got... I would need another 30 pages, which would be... I don't really want to take them out. To get me to the end of the 6 month, the end of the year, I would need another 30 pages. Another 90 pages. No, 45 pages. There we go. 3 lots of 15. Plus a few, which is, I mean, there's no way I couldn't fit that into a 25mm, is there? Because that's a 30mm. I could probably get away with a 22mm, but I don't want to be too tight on the rings. But I think I could get away with a 20mm standard size. So I will pick up a standard size one. I found one on Amazon yesterday. God, it's gone really dark again. I found one on Amazon yesterday, which is really cool. It's like bright green on one side and it's raspberry pink on the inside, like a dark raspberry pink. I've seen a few cool ones actually. There's another option for the next year's 2020 diary. This is 2025, sorry, this is £15 as well, but this one has, it's day to a page and everything else, but it's got colour on the holidays and things. It's got a habit tracker at the top of each month, and the months are coloured. And you got 6 months and 6 months. So that's another option. Again, it's a bound diary. You could take that apart and put it into a planner refill. I didn't save that one apparently. There's a lot that are really thick and chunky and all sorts, but there's some that are quite slimline. Am I going to be able to find it now? Probably not. Is the listing gone? I mean, I've got a Saffiano somewhere in the most hideous lime green you've ever seen. See, these Wonderpool ones are quite slim. Look at the size of those rings. Those are much thinner rings. In fact, I think those are 20mm rings. I don't think they're even 25. That one's got a pocket on the front for... That's a tenner, and it's got a pocket on the front for your phone. These are one blue and one pink for $9.99, and they're clear. That's £6 for a clear one. So they're not expensive. You don't have to have an expensive binder to do this. Where's the green one? Where's the snazzy green one? God damn it. Hi, baby. How serious? Oh, there it is. There we go. So these are £18. They come with all the dividers. They come with stickers. They come with stencils. They come with tab top dividers, which I prefer the bottom. Honey, stop. Come on. But they're top or bottom dividers instead of side, which is useful for me. They've got extra page flags. They've got extra plastic things. They've got a proper ruler with a today marker. They've got stickers and extra tab things if you want colour-coded tabs. And look at these colours. Look at that colour. It's like acid green and raspberry. It doesn't even show up on screen well. It's acid green and raspberry. It's just so fun. I might have to get that one. I do like that one. It's also got a pen loop with an elastic on it. It's got a secretary pocket, which is better for me than these slide pockets. Don't really work for me. A secretarial pocket works better. You know, a secretarial pocket is the one that comes sideways, like that. Oh, it comes with a pen as well. It's got index pages. So it's got basic notebook paper as well, which is useful. Less than 20 quid. I mean... question. You can't find things when you need them. No, you can only find things when you don't need them. I'm on a spending no for September, except for things I actually need. I'm counting that as stuff that I actually need because I'm setting up my planner for now and the next year. So it's either that or I spend 60 quid on a Hobonichi, and I don't want to do that. So, how soon can you get Amazon deliveries on most things? Well, it depends what you're buying. Up until about 4 o'clock, if I need 15 quid's worth of groceries, I can order it and have it here in 2 hours. If I have something that is shipped from a local place, I can have it here same day. It can arrive. If I order it by 5 o'clock, I can have it by 10 o'clock. But you have to find something that's local to you. It has to be within a 10-mile radius. Usually, if I order something now, it can be here at like before 1 o'clock tomorrow, which for me, because I live right near the depot, is 7 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, it depends how close to the fulfillment centres you are. I'm right next to a delivery depot. So as long as they can get it to the fulfillment centre, I can usually have it by 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. I ordered these last night. And they arrived 11 o'clock this morning. I didn't have to pay for one before 1 p.m. shipping either, which is an extra 2 quid to get it before, guaranteed before 1 p.m. But I didn't pay the extra 2 quid and I got it at 11. But I can get same day groceries and stuff like that usually. And a lot of things, yeah, if it's not from a third party, you can get it the next day. But also, if it's from a third party and it says it dispatches by Royal Mail, usually it will arrive the next day. Not always, but usually. Royal Mail. Unless it's an independent seller. If it's an independent seller, it won't. But if it's a company, it usually will, because they have an evening collection. I put things in my cart and I would leave them there to see how long they're going to sit there before I decide I either want them or I don't. Most of the time, I actually just don't. I just decide that I don't because I've forgotten about them. But there are some things that I buy straight away, like those dividers. I knew I wanted to try those dividers. They were what I needed. They were only a tenner. I wanted to try and get them set up today so I could get it sorted for September. So here we are. Because between now and next week, on Tuesday when I do another planning stream, between now and next week I have time to decide if this is going to work for me. The chunkiness of the binder notwithstanding. I do have... It's not a proper binder, but it's one of those ones that I had that fitted my Samsung tablet. And it had like a... The tablet case was a zip case, and it had like a slide-in booklet type thing that had really small rings, like 20mm rings. I could temporarily use that until I get a proper binder. If this size starts to irk me, which honestly it already is because it's too big. This is a bloke's binder. This is not a binder for people with small chubby gnome hands. Look at the size of my hands compared to this binder. This is not for people with small chubby gnome hands. This is for people with big plates of meat on the ends of their arm. I've got a few bits and pieces here. I think I'd probably prefer to use those in my witchy journal. I may do random lists and stuff on fun paper just because I can. I think that would be quite enjoyable. Because I don't plan on decorating or using a ton of stickers or anything like that. I don't have time. I'd rather be in my journal doing that. Hi Sheila. You got a Samsung tablet too? Oh no, I've moved to iPad. I got rid of my Samsung Note I had for like 9 years, and then it finally died. It was one of the original Note 10s, and it finally died. Just bricked itself one day. So I decided to move to iPad because I already had the Mac and the MacBook and an iPhone, and it was easier to just have it all talk to each other. Okay, so that's just blank paper. This is notes that I need to hang on to because these are... See, this is shop stuff. See, that's shop stuff. I've got an art history class. Who wants to do an art history mini class? Would you be interested in that? Yeah, I've got stuff like that I can do. These are all notes that I kept because I can use them for my shop. So these are going to have to go. Oh, I know where I'll put these. Hey, I know exactly where I'm going to put these. Can you guess where I'm going to put these? Can you guess? Oh, you put them in there. That's where I'm going to put them. Because I don't need them right now, but I can't be bothered to fiddle about with trying to figure out what they are and which ones I want to keep. But I do want to have them to hand for when I do need them. Because shop stuff is for October. September is scanning and planning. Scanning and planning mini courses. Planning mini courses and scanning. Oops, I think that slipped. I think Miss Vicky B sent me this paper. It looks like the kind of crazy note paper she'd send me. I'm fairly sure this is from Miss Vicky B. But this is useful for just odd notes and things that I want to stand out against all the white. So I'll just shove that in there with my little fox. Okay, why is October at the front? That should be behind that. No wonder I'm getting confused. Okay. I managed to put the pieces of paper in between the two sections. But I'm actually thinking, ugh, I might want to move these up the front. I don't know yet, because I haven't got the daily pages in yet. I haven't got daily pages in yet, so I don't know. I'll see. Yeah, so there we go. We're set up. That wasn't too painful. Oh, for my dailies, like for August, what do I need? What day do we need to run up to? 31st. 29th, 30th, 31st. So that's 4 days. So we might as well start on the 28th. I found some printer thingies from Little Raven Ink. And I can just use these. I mean, these are going to be easier to cut out, so I'm going to keep those. I'll use these ones. Which are going to be a nightmare to cut out, and I'm far too impatient to cut them out properly, so I would not use these for daily things. But for 4 days, I can manage it. For 4 days we'll be alright. Was that a pretty thing? Could even colour code my days to my month, couldn't I, with this? So I could put that on my August. Now where would I want it so that I could see it? I think I would put it I'd actually want to put it on the edge there, I think. I don't want to use up my notes pages too much. I probably would put it there, to be honest, because I don't use the monthly thingies. But, you know, there's a pretty thing I can use for that. So 4. So we're going to need 28. 29 and 30 and 31. Am I going to fussy cut these stars? Am I heckers like? I am cutting them in hexagons. We do not have the patience for that. But you can get numbers from anywhere. I mean, I'm quite happy to just write the numbers on if I have to. But like I say, this is only temporary while I figure out if I want to deconstruct my Hobonichi or not. Because I've already got the Hobonichi for the rest of the year. I don't really want to spend extra money on sorting out the rest of the year, unless I get an academic year planner that's 18 months, like I did with the monthly, and then I'd be quite happy with that. I'll be quite happy with that. I'll find another use for my Hobonichi pages. There we go. We've overrun a bit, but it's all right. Ugh. Stickers, stickers, stickers. So this is yesterday. Oh, those are pleasing. I couldn't be bothered with doing this all the time for an entire month, but 4 days, I can do 4 days. We can do 4 days. 4 days are okay. I don't have the patience for this kind of thing. It's all right if you're doing it. I mean, these are... Courtney does these for journals. They're not really for planners. For journaling, you know, you do 1 page and then you don't worry about it until the next day. So it's not like you're setting up a whole month in advance necessarily. So for planning, oh my God, I need to set up all 3 months in advance. I'd be like, shoot me now. Shoot me, everybody shoot me. Absolutely not. There we go, 31 days. That takes me up to Saturday. I do not need Sunday because I do not work Sundays. So we've now got... So this is today. Let's give it a go. I'm overrunning, but it's okay. So of course Filofax paper is crap. And I'm looking for a pen. Okay. Here we go. I'm not even going to be fancy about it. I'm just literally going to write the day. There we go. So today I'm going to take it down to there. That's where I'm going to gauge it to. So that is going to be my 2 hours for... Oh, I missed the grids. I already missed the grids. I need grid paper. I need grid paper, babe. I need grid paper. Oh my God, this Filofax paper is terrible for highlighter. Look at that. Look at that. What is this? What is this? Well, Filofax paper isn't going to work, is it? Do Filofax inserts do this as well? Who uses Filofax inserts? Do Filofax diary inserts do this as well with highlighters? Like, what the hell? That is not funny. And these are pastel. These aren't even like heavy duty highliners. These are pastel highlighters, and that's still wet. Oh God, I miss Hobonichi paper already. Loved your iPad, but needs a fix. Doesn't work. You were gifted a Samsung. That's okay. Yeah, I like my iPad, but I have a small iPad. I have the 9.7. I have the 9.7, and I have this little magic case for it, which turns it into a laptop and also comes apart. And also you can put a pop socket on the back, so you can actually use it like a Kindle. So I love this. I love this thing. I am so glad I got the 9.7. It's not too heavy. It's the same size as the Note 10 that I had before. And it does everything I need it to do. It's a really good iPad. Used to print quarterly inserts. Yeah, I've printed inserts before. Never going to happen again. Testing a pre-printed planner from Sterling Ink in your TN. Yeah. Hi, Katrin, by the way. So you got a traveller's notebook pre-printed planner from Sterling Ink. I'm immediately put off by the fact that this paper is crap, which is just annoyed me enormously. I am now at the chuck it in a corner and a huff stage of life, because that's just like, what the hell? File of action paper's crap. That said, I do have plenty. I do have plenty of Tomoe River paper that I could use if I wanted to. It puts me in a dilemma for next year, though, because what inserts am I going to use? That means I have to find a diary that's going to take highlighters. But that does give me chance to check on Amazon with those the planner I was looking at that I think I could deconstruct it and ask a question on Amazon and ask somebody to test the paper with a highlighter, a Stabilo highlighter, and see if it bleeds through. Because this is not tolerable. This is completely intolerable for me. Ghosting, this bit I don't mind. If it was just that wouldn't bother me at all. That's just ghosting. But the bleed through, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Bleed through, I will not tolerate. Because it just annoys me. Just annoys the crap out of me. There is no excuse for paper that ghosts. That bleeds through. None. Not with a highlighter. Not with a pastel highlighter. You should be able to use a pastel highlighter on it and it not bleed through. Samsung Note 8 hasn't died yet, but some apps can't be updated. Yeah, you get that. I'm at that stage with my iMac. My iMac, there are certain things I can't update anymore, like the operating system, Google, Google Chrome, can't update it anymore. Certain programs I can't update anymore, but I've got legacy programs that still work, so. You'd think a named brand planner would be able to handle highlighter. Right? And it's not like this is cheap paper. This is proper Filofax paper. Admittedly, it's note paper, not a planner. But you would think that the note paper would be able to handle a highlighter. Apparently not. Very annoying. That's really annoyed me so much. I can't even tell you how much that's annoyed me. I just want to slam this closed and go, right, I'm going back to my Hobonichi. Even though I won't be using that paper, I just don't even want to try it now at this moment in time, because that's how much it's annoyed me. I may have to pick up a very cheap academic diary. Academic. Ow! Ooh, that hurt. I had caught my finger under there. I may have to get a very cheap academic diary to try. You can get like Collins ones for £1.99 and those take highlighters, no problem whatsoever. But I do need to have my highlighters. Streams are helping getting you back to planning. That's good. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get back to this planning and organising and getting stuff the way I need it, so I can track it and follow it and I know what I'm doing, because otherwise there's lots of Scooby-Doo noises, you know, lots of Scooby-Doo noises happen. I'm going to put that in there. Actually, I'm not. I'm going to put that in there for now, with my other planner stickers, and I will chuck that in there, and I will pop that in there like that. And now I've got my stickers in there where I'm going to need them. But right now I don't want to talk to you. Your paper's rubbish and I don't want to talk to you. We're not happy. We're not happy. You know what? I've got some 2008 Filofax paper here. Should we see if that can hold highlighter? Let's test your paper. Filofax, has your paper got better or worse since 2008? Because that was 2012 paper. This is 2008 paper. That doesn't feel quite as bad. It's not as bad. Not as bad. I mean, it still bled a little bit, but not as bad. So, somewhere between 2008 and 2012, Filofax paper went pew. I wonder if it's got better since. Has anybody got any current Filofax paper that they can test it and see if your highlighters work? Stabilo highlighters, do they work? I want to know. Let me know. Let me know in the comments. Thanks for joining me, guys. I'm going to have to go. I need to go and get some lunch before I do my Patreon stream. We're doing tarot readings today for the astrological planning thing that we did the other day. So if you're interested, come on over. Today is an all patron stream, so you can sign up to the lowest tier and just try it out, and you get to see the stream from the other day as well. First 2 streams of the month are for everybody, so if you want to give it a go, come on over, and I will see you again. I was going to say tomorrow, but I'm not here tomorrow. I will see you again next Tuesday, hopefully with planner stuff in tow, organised, figuring out what I'm going to do, and see, now I have a dilemma because I don't know whether to buy a smaller binder until I know if the paper's going to work. This is a problem. Anyway, I will figure it out. I will figure it out. Thanks for joining me, and I will see you later in Patreon if you're going to come and join me, or tomorrow on Twitch at 5. Thanks. Bye.